Hello there, everybody. Budding chippies out there, or Fairground carnival owners, if there are some out there, say hello. I'm going to pass you over today to Chris for part 2 of our little mini series on how to build a juvenile or 7-foot striker. Off you go, Chris.
Hi, welcome back, and what we're going to do today, we're going to make the backboard. We're going to put the railing for the mouse to go up, and we're going to show you one of the simple tops we put on it. We're not going to waffle on too much today because, as you can see, it's quite cold in here. So basically, we've cut the 2 backboard pieces. This is out of 12mm ply, hardwood ply. The first one, which is the front piece, is 181.5 centimetres in length and 25.5 centimetres, roughly 10 inches across. And the second one, let's put it over here a bit so you can see it. This is a backboard, is 170.5 centimetres in length.
I'll just come round. Yep. And
25.5 centimetres, same again, 10 inches roughly across.
So they needed to have cut that out of that big sheet of ply.
Yeah, the 8x4 sheet of ply, yeah.
Okay, that's on video 1 if you want to have a look at that.
So basically what we're going to do now, we're going to laminate them both together. That piece is going to go onto this piece, and then we're going to screw it and glue it together. The most important thing is this bit here. Basically, I've just drawn around here. You need a 1/2 inch or thereabouts lip to go over there, if that makes any sense.
Here?
Yeah. Basically, I've said that word basically, and I didn't mean to say it because I've...
Twice already.
Twice already. We were counting them up the other day and it was horrendous, it was. So basically, no, I'm only joking. We get the piece of timber and we marry it up. So it's just over, 1/2 inch about. It's, when it sits in the base, it makes it slot in nice and comfortable. You'll be able to see in a future video. Anyway, so just lift that off there. Get our glue. No, I'm not going to say that. I know, it's becoming an in-joke now. I've drawn a line where the top of the back piece goes to, roughly, so we don't have to go further than that with our glue, really. And hopefully, it should come out. It's a bit stiff in this old heat. Don't forget, if you have got woodworking glue, keep it wrapped up warm this time of the year. If a frost gets hold of it, it's no good for anything, just disintegrates with it being water-based. So we get plenty of glue all over the place. Down the outsides again. Good dollop at the end, because this is where the water gets in when it's on the ground and it's raining. So it'll make a nice seal when it's all squashed together.
Can I just quickly ask, that little bit at the bottom over there, well, the top piece I'm guessing over there,
that bit there,
how will they have known how much to...
Because if they would have cut the 2 pieces a different length, you see.
Oh, and that would have been the difference.
You will see now as I get the back of it. And just place it on there. Give it a bit of a squash around so the glue goes all over the place. Then we marry it up. Then we get our block of wood.
Yep.
So we get this lip of around about 1/2 inch.
Great. Nice little hack there with a bit of spare wood.
And what we're going to screw it with, like we've used in the past, is that 6 by 3/4 or 3.5 by 20s, I think they are. Just normal woodworking screws. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to place one in here. Nice and gently. There we go.
Now I've noticed some holes here. Have you pre-drilled?
I pre-drilled it just to line it up. I've already done it quickly, but I'll be going slightly mad with the drill in a minute. So just do that. Just make sure the countersunk, and then.
And how many of these screws are they putting all along?
Probably about 100, I would have thought.
No, just in this centrepiece, I mean.
Well, I'm just getting it lined up and then I'll start showing you how we laminate it. with the screws.
So it looks like you've got 1, 2, 3, and this is all bang in the centre.
Yeah.
4. I'll come round there because 5 right at the end. Yep.
And I said basically again. So it's not going to be perfect. We'll get the plane along that a little bit later on. I haven't got the joys of I've just done it with a jigsaw. I haven't got a table, so we'll probably cut it a little bit better. But we fill it up afterwards, and you can't really see the difference. So we go along, probably about 3/4 of an inch inwards. Do it so that the countersunk, and we do these about every 6 inches. Don't know what they are. We'll get the tape measure out quick. Yeah, roughly 6 inches. I mean, I can show you what one looks like when it's all done and filled if you want to, or
We can do that, yes, yeah.
yeah, okay. You better go and make a cup of tea and come back in about 10 minutes then, because it takes a while to do all this.
Well, we're just thinking if they're kind of trying to do it along with you, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a bit like...
I used to watch Blue Peter when I was younger.
Yeah, or Delia Smith with a cookery cook.
That's why I've made another one over there to
There's a before and after.
yeah, poor old Delia and a what's a microwavey or whatever it is. So if you get the gist of it, we're going along. Roughly, it doesn't matter if you get them, because what we're going to do here, make the space up across here. Once the glue's dried, it'll be nice and solid anyway.
And you have to use the glue, do you?
Yeah, you're laminating both boards together, you see. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. So if you think of the glue,
Make it nice and strong. Even when I've made the 20-foot ones, even by laminating these together, when they're up in the air, they're still pretty strong. They'll take a good gust of wind. I've never had one snap. Not that I'm aware of, anyway.
I think we would have known about it if we had.
Yeah.
Going quite some speed at that, really.
These old timers. Nasty screw area. Just like I say, doing roughly opposite. I don't want to take too long today because it went on a bit the other day, but hopefully you enjoyed our first video and had a few laughs, because it's probably the first one I've ever done.
I mean, we were laughing at the word basically, because we counted up, didn't we, afterwards, how many times you said it.
Yeah.
And it was basically about 58 times.
Very good. So, there we go. That's the last one down the outer edges.
Brilliant.
And then we go down the centre. And it's not too bad, because when the rail is on the other side, the screws come through anyway to both pieces. I'll explain what I mean in a minute when we do it. So it's just popping these in between. Well, you can put more in if you want, if you're not confident and thinking that it'll hold, but once the glue's dried, like I say, I've never had any problems with that glue. Once it's dried, it normally you have to break the wood to pieces to get it apart, you know. One more for good luck.
Lovely.
So there you go, that's the backboard made. Like I say, along these edges, get the plane along them, plane them flat, bit of filler on them. And don't forget, they're going to have the beading done with the beadiness, and we put the beading along the edge afterwards so it looks tidy when it's finished.
Yeah.
See what I mean? It has that lip along there. That is very important, because it slots in the angle iron and it slots in the base and it keeps it nice and tight.
Okay.
As you can see, it's a little bit of a bend on the top, but it's not too bad.
No.
You know, you got to do these things in Fairground land, bend things a bit so we don't win. I'm only joking. So, back to backboard. What we'll do now, go over to over here, we don't fall over the bits. I'll show you another one we've made, just because I thought it'd be easier. Before we move on, really, we go along and fill the edges.
Oh yeah.
You see that? Fill them up with filler so the water doesn't get in.
Yeah.
And we fill all the screw holes. If there's any a little bit like that, if you're not too happy with it, there was one screw just a little bit proud, it's not too bad. But if you go over it with a little bit more filler if you want to get it perfect, but nobody really looks around the back.
Did we add filler to the shopping list?
Pardon?
Did we add filler?
We did. Big boy filler, remember?
Oh, that's right, big boy filler, that's right. If you've read the shopping list, you'll know. That's on the description in the first video, part 1. These will have their own playlist, just for builds.
Right, we're going to quickly show you how to put the mouse rails on. I've got 2 of these, one pre-made and one not.
That's when it starts looking a bit strikerish.
So, where are you now? You've got them there, have you?
Well, Annika's,
Right.
you know.
Okay. So, get your length of
Yep, your flat steel iron.
your flat steel, which is 25 by 3mm.
Yep.
You drill it a couple of drill holes apart. I've stepped these roughly about 10 inches apart.
Alright.
If you can understand what I'm saying, all the way along, and just say that's probably 1.5 inches and about whatever it is.
So that overhangs.
No, they go there because what happens? The mouse goes up here. This is where the arm goes.
Yeah.
I double screw it there because this gets a lot of punishment. It's, if you understand what I mean. This is the most warm part of the actual thing.
Okay.
So basically, I've said that word. You get, can you see that?
Yeah.
A 4mm drill bit. Drill them all the way. Centre punch them. Drill them all. Don't forget these when you're thingy.
Safety goggles.
Safety goggles, and steaming up a bit in here. I've got one here, what I have pre-drilled.
Yep.
What I will show you, just quickly.
That's how you drill.
We get these screws, and I think last week I said 1 inch by 6, but a 6 by 1.25 inch. Basically, you're better off with 8s because they're a little bit thicker.
So shall I change that on the description?
Yeah, take the basically off and then put
Put that on. Okay.
6 number 8s, 1.25 inches,
Yep.
and they fit through here. And when you countersink them, it just wants to be just below the rail, so when the mouse goes along, it doesn't catch. You see.
Yep.
It's just a case of judging it right, going over them a few times. I've done these by hand, but I have got a pillar drill. If you set that right and put the right gauge on it, you get it just to the right depth, and the mouse goes up and down.
Slides over, yeah.
See, so that's up.
Can you grease the pole anyway to make
No, don't put any grease on it. A bit of WD-40 will coat to that when we're putting all the mechanics together.
Okay.
So we pre-drill it with a 4mm, and then we get an 8mm. It's going to be a bit noisy. Got our safety goggles on. I'm just showing you, like I say, you go all the way along. It's called countersinking. Screw goes in, so there's nothing to thing. And what happens is when it's screwed to the board, eventually we put a spacer between there so the mouse runs up and down.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good. Right. That's the bottom. That's the bottom. Can I just go over here and you go over there?
Yeah.
Do the Viennese waltz, whatever it's
That's
called.
right, yeah.
Line that up.
So this is always the bottom where it's got
Yeah.
like a...
I've drawn a line, 5 inches, roughly 10 inches across, divided it in half
Yep.
from top to bottom. You see that line?
Yep.
So we get this. You can see it's about halfway, isn't it, across?
Yeah.
Roughly. Then Don't let it go below there, just slightly.
Just slightly,
Yeah.
only very slightly.
And what we do, we're just going to pre-tack these in, because we use these longer screws afterwards when we put the rail back on after we've done all the painting and everything. So we just put that one in there.
Yeah.
Go up to here.
Can't quite get round there.
Yeah, it's all right. You can get the gist of it. And the good thing is, if you've like thingy, got a few duff screws in here. Once you've done these holes in it, once it's painted, you'll be able to find the holes to put the rail back on with. It's only a temporary. While we're actually making the thing, we just make it loosely so we know it all goes together, and then when the time comes, if there's any bits need shaving or redoing at the end, you know. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Anything needs adjusting, that's the word I'm looking for. It's easier to cut a piece off than trying to add a piece on, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
As I say, always measure twice and cut once. And we've all done that, measured 20 times and still cut it once and still been wrong, but or we put the wrong side up and made two left-hand ones or what have you. I'd say
it's a learning curve.
Everything's quite simple on these, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm no joiner or anything. You know, just a DIY, so we'll just leave that on there. And then we can take it away, do all our filling on the back, all the holes.
Oh yeah.
Because we're going to possibly, no, before we'll make it all and then we'll prime it and we'll go through all the decorative things.
Yeah.
So we'll just put that out of the way for now. And the next bit, not too long now, we've I'll just undo it. If you remember last week, it's supposed to be a pain in the proverbials. We had a pattern, what I've been in storage for years from when I used to make them. So I've got that pattern cut out roughly the same size as what it was originally, the back, which will eventually bolt onto there, if you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And then we drew around the shape. That is, from off memory, is a French curve. I don't know if anybody's ever still got a French curve, or one of them things you used to get in drawing sets years ago. We can do it by freehand, just get a compass or
I think you still get them. If I put the link below and then...
I think you can still get, I think Smiths still
I think
sell them,
Smiths
yeah. I
do,
mean,
don't
I love it because they're great for making Fairground art with. So, we're going to screw that to that, and then eventually we'll be putting bolts through there with wing nuts on so it comes off dead quick. And also what we'll be doing, we'll be putting two pipes up there to put flags in. You don't have to use flags, but I also think it look pretty, gives a bit more height.
And what size is this top panel that they need?
It's all a ½ inch, it's a waste wood off a big sheet basically.
And what size is it once it's cut?
That is 10 inch, the same as that, it's the same width as
So it doesn't matter on the length then?
well, I can measure it and we'll call it 33 centimetres.
Right.
That is...
Yeah, as
You
long
can
as the width.
do
is
whatever
fine.
you want, whatever pattern you want
Yeah.
goes on the top there.
Yeah, they don't need to stick to our pattern
No.
either. They can do any, as long as it
Yeah.
matches on the width.
And so basically, I got the bell,
Yeah.
drew round the bell there, drew a centre line, squared it up. So long as your bell is just on the edge there, Don't let it hang over much. Just and then when the mouse comes up, bang, it hits it. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Good. Get our magic glue again. Don't like this cold weather. None of us do. Put your glue on there. On there. When you mate it up to that top piece, draw the line across.
And just so I know, what width, what depth, you know, how high do they need to leave that gap?
Well, I'll show you in a minute. Let me just
Okay.
screw it,
Yeah.
and you'll be able to see. But I just put a screw in there. Once you put the screw in, put it on there. So there's not much of a gap really.
No.
Depends how good a joiner you want to be. It's irrelevant because nobody sees around the back. It's just, you know, a few mil. You've got to leave a few mil because the simple fact is if you don't, when you paint it all, it goes all very tight. Whoops. I told you it was a tidy worker. What we'll do, within the bounds of, I'll stick another screw in here, within the circle. Otherwise you're forever filling all the face, you see.
Yeah.
You put all the screws in the front, but if you put them in the back, obviously you can fill it, but buying some more screws, love. So we do the same again as what we did with the front board, the big board. You know, filler, and just about got enough screws. So I've got some more hidden away somewhere.
Always in this garage.
So, what happens then? We get the bell, eventually, and we drill a hole, the bell. We put a big bolt through it, we drill a hole through there, and it hangs about like that roughly.
Yeah.
So it's got a bit of leeway in it, so it gives a nice ring.
Super.
And that is the end of today's episode.
Super. Do you want to just stand next to it so we can see so people can see it's taking shape a bit?
Me taking shape, all this.
Well, and there you go. The beginnings of your striker. Now, if there's any questions you've got, if you've not quite understood something, don't hesitate just to ask us. We always answer the comments in the comment bar, so go for it. You know, there might be something you're not quite sure on. Chris will be more than happy to reply.
And don't forget, give us a thumbs up and whatever it is, like our page and subscribe and tell your friends about it.
Yeah, and let us know what you're up to, if you're doing your own projects, if we've inspired
Or if there's anything you'd like us to make Fairground related. I've made loads of different things over the years.
Not for you to make them though, for you to show them. Is that what
Well, I
you
could, yeah, if it's stuck on anything or, or something interesting, I don't mind.
Yeah, having a go at.
We built all sorts over the years. So that's the end of today's episode. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.
Bye.